Namaste. Very, very warm welcome to Women of Wonder Coffee Table Special Edition. And this is a very, very special episode with one of the most creative person I know. Women of Wonder podcast series is our initiative to bring to you stories of empowered and ambitious women so that we can all take inspiration from them. Now, my guest today has been in boardrooms, which demanded a lot of structure. But then, still, her creativity was innate in it. From banking boardrooms to global art museums, she has done it all. From disciplined environments to creative freedom to expressions, her journey is a proof that passion never expires. It always waits and then wins. Welcome to our conversation, Dr. Tumpa Banerjee. It's lovely to have you here today.
Thank you, Rima. Thank you for this wonderful introduction of me. And I'm really very delighted to be here today with a conversation with you and share my journey in arts.
Wonderful. We're very excited to feature you in our coffee table book. And, as a part of that, we wanted to bring your story to the world, which is why we're doing this podcast series with all our guests. Because I feel that your story is one of those that needs to be told to the world. Right. So,
Thank
my
you.
first question I want to start from your corporate days, right? Even in your corporate days, art really never left you. Tell me a little bit more about that. How loud was that inner voice at that point of time?
Definitely, it was not in one day when I decided to quit from this corporate and come to arts.
Hmm.
Each day, every day, it was calling. Inner voice was there, and from making preparing presentations for the board meetings to using the presentations tool that didn't excited me as much. I was more into concerned about focusing on the creative part of creating those presentations.
Hmm.
Even the presentation tools were, I mean, I was enjoying my paint, brush, canvas, those things during my weekends more. So that was something always behind each day calling. So that's
Yeah,
all.
but I have a question for you, right?
Sure.
Everybody loves a fat paycheck. And my story is very similar because I left the corporate world
Yes.
to run IWD. It takes a lot of guts to skip that fat salary and say no to it and then say, no, I am going to go figure out a career in something which is my passion. For you, it's your art. For me, it's working with women at IWD, right? How did you take that call of following your passion to make it full time?
To be honest, like when I was getting promotions or whatever was coming on papers, all
Mm,
those success didn't matter to me as much. Like during a weekend, if I'm drawing something or I'm creating a canvas full of all those colors, and that gave me a mental peace and satisfaction. And yes,
mm,
if you say how did I have that courage, because there was some very strong backing behind, and that was the support of my husband, because somewhere or the other we need that financial support. So that
yes.
if had like he was there, that okay, you go and pursue it and I'm there, if anything goes wrong we will see to it, we are together. So that
Mm,
is actually gave me the courage. Otherwise, yes, without those that kind of a financial backing, it would have not been possible. Like lot of uncertainties are there in this,
mm,
from that coming from a corporate salary checks and all. You are
mm,
just dropping where you don't know anyone in this market, not a
mm.
single person. So from there, my journey started. So that was always there. So this is
Wonderful.
how I courage was there.
And I also read about you that one of your first works, your launching debut works, were the kiosk life's journey, right? Tell
Yes.
me what kiosk shaped you most.
Again, from some entering into an uncertainty, these beliefs were there, a lot of emotional turmoils, like questioning myself, am I going to taking the right decision, is this the right step for me, why I'm quitting my job, why I'm focusing on this thing which I have never even thought of, like being a professional artist or something into creativity. So these kind of uncertainties and all everything, like I was starting a journey where I didn't know where I will be ending. What is my actual goal? So, if you actually see that art piece, it got sold actually in my first exhibition, but it actually reflected the same thing. I mean, it was rough. It is not a very smooth canvas. There were a lot of texture has been used in that particular artwork to show that not smooth. Life is not smooth actually, and that's the truth. And those uncertainties and disbeliefs actually has been portrayed in that canvas. So that life phase, that point where I have decided to leave this path and to enter and start a new thing, that was the changing point, you can say.
Amazing. Let's talk global recognitions now, yaar. When your art piece entered the international
Yes.
museums, what were the emotions like?
Honestly, it was a disbelief because I couldn't even believe that it's actually happening. I mean, it's real for me. A journey which started with no plans, nothing. I mean, it's actually happening. I took time to believe that. And yes, definitely from there to coming here, like the doors kept on opening because I never stepped back. So it was really a disbelief, you can say. That emotion was too much. Obviously, it was a happy moment. But
Mm.
again, I was like pinching myself to believe that. So that
Wow.
was
So amazing. And I know as a part of all the good work that you do, you also work with children of determination, the special kids, and you use art as therapy,
yeah.
right? How does, using this as therapy help them with their creativity and have an impact?
Being a professional artist, when I accept any kind of a commission work or any project, we have a goal or we have a focus on the end results, right?
Mm,
And when we are actually working with these kids, that taught me the real fun of creating it. I mean, the journey of creation is much more which gives you back rather than just that, after completing a project or a commission work where
mm,
you don't get that freedom to work. So these
mm,
kids, when I'm working with them, these kids actually, paints in their hands, they are playing with that, they are looking, laughing on those colors, and they are actually enjoying, and that's the real therapy. When
mm.
your entire inner self you're satisfying. So that is something which I learned from these kids. It's
Wow. And tell me more about the sports discipline, right? So, an athlete's discipline. Tell me, how has sports shaped your resilience as an artist?
okay. I was into running a long, like I was a marathon runner.
Mm,
And once like I can say, like if I ask you to run 40-50 kilometers in at one go, you will never be able to do. You
mm,
need a lot of practice, you have to season yourself, and then only you can go for
mm,
it.
mm,
Same goes with art. Like you cannot just create a wonderful masterpiece in one day.
mm,
Each and every day have been practicing that, and each and every day when I'm creating, I'm making some mistakes and again learning and building myself,
mm,
right?
mm,
A very small incident I would like to share with you. Like in a marathon, half marathon, I back in India, I was running for IDBI marathon race. It was a time race, and it was for half marathon which I did. And after somewhere around 19 plus kilometers, I just fell down and I hurt my knee. And at that point of time, I was like, it was painful, but I have to end my journey. I was just looking forward towards the finish line, which was maybe another 1.5 kilometers. So, you have to get up because I just didn't wanted to lose all the efforts which I've made in practicing, which I've covered all 19 kilometers. Same goes with the art also. Like at times it happens, I'm creating something and all of a sudden the paint falls on the canvas,
mm,
entire thing is spoiled. But you just
mm,
can't, I never think of, okay, leave it, I will not do.
mm,
You have to just cover up, you have to get you that mistake, you have to cover up, and again you have to come back and create something beautiful out of that mistake. So that is also goes the similar way. So every day practicing gives you more confidence, it gives you more, it builds you. So same way
Mm.
goes with the sports also.
Very
That's true.
nice, very interesting. Okay,
Yeah.
and the last thing I want to touch about is about your writing, right? How has writing remained and the reflections remained as an emotional anchor for you?
So writing is something which I have been practicing since my teenage.
Mm,
When that is the particular age phase when you, as being a teenager, you have so many questions, so many things to express,
mm,
but you really don't feel secure to ask your relatives, elders, or your friends nearby. And that point of time I used to write a
mm,
lot of, in through like poems. Even I have written a novel. So all these things I used to express in during my teenage. And now, like, whatever it comes, whatever inner voice is there, and
mm,
actually if I'm not able to express through canvas, or I really don't want to speak it out in front of everyone, maybe it's like I jot it down. Or even if you see all my paintings, it has a story to tell. Like, there is a reason why I'm creating that painting, and I
wow.
always write after that painting, like what exactly I wanted to express myself or why I have created. So still, even if I'm creating any artwork, I'm writing behind that artwork also. So there is always a way to vent out.
Wow, very nice,
Writing.
very nice. So,
Yeah.
looks like therapy, all of it put together, isn't it? Okay, so I will love to move to on to the next section now. Now, this section is called Direct Dilse or the fun round or the quick questions round. I'll give you a few words to choose from because, it's about
Okay.
discovering the other side of you. Let me get to know more about Tumpa, right?
Okay.
Um, Chaos or calm?
Yes.
That speaks from the very first painting you did, right?
Yeah.
Discipline or flow?
Flow. Flow.
Canvas or words?
Canvas now. Obviously, words are also there, but
Yeah,
canvas now.
athlete or artist? Who is
Artist.
Sampa?
Artist better.
Silence or expression?
Always expression.
Great. And
Yeah.
Dubai or India?
Uh, at present, Dubai. But yes, I also have my roots in India. Always, India is also my first choice. So obviously, right now, being based in Dubai, always has always supported me. So that's.
Wonderful. So, thank you so much. That was a rapid fire round. I have a question for you, and this is going wild, right? Let's say your picture comes on a billboard in on Sheikh Zayed Road,
Okay.
right? What would what would it say to someone who's ignoring their creative calling?
I would say that authenticity is most important. You just can't keep every day fighting with your inner
Mm,
self.
mm,
Just take the first step and listen to your voice. Take the first step, doors will open,
mm.
and you will find support from your near and dear ones.
Wow, very nice. And who is Dr. Tumpa Banerjee beyond and when the art is done?
Well, a mother, sister, daughter, obviously your wife, spouse, and I'm a overthinker. So which
Yeah.
is always I would love to create and express on lots of thousands of canvases more
Mm,
artworks to come. So that's who I am.
wonderful. And tell us Dubai, one word for your Dubai journey. And why? Why would you say that?
In Dubai, if I say it's a transformative, I mean,
Mm,
it has completely changed me as a person, my career, even
mm,
my family life, everything. It's been, and always on the positive note.
mm,
So always on a positive note. So it has lot of opportunities. Yes, you have to be like, once you try and you get a success and just you sit quietly, it won't work.
mm.
Continuously, you have to work for it, and definitely Dubai is there to support you. This I can
Wow.
say.
And okay, and my last question, right? What is your message to everybody listening to this podcast? What would you like them to take away?
Definitely, I would like to tell them one thing is that from where, whatever background you come, whatever resources you have or not, just it's something which you're dreaming or is your passion. Go for
Mm.
it. You have enough within you. You don't need anyone else. You have just start the journey. Everything will fall in place. This is what I can say.
Wow, what a beautiful message from our women of wonder today. Just follow your passion. It will, success comes to those who
Comes
follow
to
your
you.
passion. It sometimes
Yes.
it's sooner, sometimes it's later, but it
It
comes to
is.
the and creativity never abandons us. Sometimes it just waits for us to listen to it.
So
Through
true.
this through discipline, through expressions, through courage, something which Tumba has shown, right? You can change your careers and maybe then start afresh in a completely different industry and you can still thrive in it. It just shows that passion is what shapes everything when we trust ourselves and we believe on ourselves. And sometimes it might be a new start. Many, many congratulations for your beautiful journey, Dr. Tumpa. It's been amazing getting to know you more. We can't wait to unbox and open the Women of Wonder book together when we do it in our upcoming event. But thank you so much for joining today for this podcast. For everybody watching this, I hope we inspired you. I hope her journey is an inspiration for every woman who's been thinking whether I should follow my passion or not. And if you like this podcast, please share, like, and subscribe to this channel. We want to bring back more amazing women of wonder to you every week. Thank you.